never gonna travel ever again. A couple days ago, I had a flight experience from hell, and let me just tell you, nothing bonds a group of people faster than being stuck in an airport for a couple days together. Set the scene. My best friend and I have been in New York and Baltimore for about 5 days at this point, working nonstop. We've collectively had like 15 hours of sleep on the trip. Both of us are moms, so when Sunday came around, we were both just so excited to get home to rest, but also to be with our babies. We were booking this flight. There were two options. There was a Delta direct flight at 7 a.m., but that means we would have to leave the hotel at 4:30, or a Southwest flight at 10 a.m., meaning we wouldn't have to leave the hotel till like 7:30, so we went with that one. Mistake number one. Good friends on the Delta flight, they text us, they're like, hey, we're off, see you later, bye, and we were like, cool, we're gonna be just a couple hours behind them, we'll be in Salt Lake so soon. So we go to the airport and we get to our gate and it says delayed, and we're like, whatever. No, I should say, I was like, whatever, it's gonna be a little late, whatever. Aubrey's like, it's gonna get canceled. And I was like, that's really pessimistic of you, like, it's gonna be fine. Like, we're just gonna be an hour late, no big deal. An hour goes by, we're off getting snacks, and we get a little notification. So we run to our gate, canceled. There is a long, long line. So we are like, okay, we better hop in this line. By the time we got up there, they were like, all right, next flight to Salt Lake City is Wednesday. It was Sunday. So we were like, okay, what about other departuring places? Oh, all of those are full too, because apparently there were 1,500 flights that were canceled. Now, I needed to see my baby more than I needed oxygen at this point. So I was like, no, that's not going to work. Both of us were like, that's not going to happen. We need to go on a new flight somehow, some way. So we checked all the surrounding airports. Same story. The closest one was Philadelphia. So we were like, hey, we got to drive for 3 hours to get to a new state. We get to the airport and things are looking incredible. No flights are delayed. Everything's on time. And we're like, perfect. We're going to be leaving at 6 p.m. It's like 1 p.m. at this point. So we kill 5 hours in the airport just being silly gals making music videos. And right as we're about to board, it's like 5:55, we're about to board in 5 minutes. We go to our gate and they get on the intercom and they say, this flight is going to be delayed. I mentioned the delays from the other airport were weather related. It's like lightly raining. I'm like, don't you guys have windshield wipers? Anyways, this one really came out of left field because this was now mechanical related. Immediately, Aubrey looks at me and she's like, it's gonna be canceled. And this time I'm like, all right, you might be right. What's so tricky about these situations is like, we would go up to the TSA agent, we're like, do you think this part will work? And like, they don't know. They're like, yeah, think so. Should be good. But like, they don't really know. So everyone's just yelling at this poor TSA agent. And it's not his fault. It was sad. By 10 p.m., we were losing hope. And you know what? We collectively became a family. I started to know everything about Mary Beth's divorce. I knew everything about Dustin's kids. I knew everything about everyone on that plane on a first name basis. Fast forward and it's 12:30 p.m. and the TSA agent gets on the intercom and he goes, so the pilot has to clock out of work, so we'll catch you back tomorrow and we'll just see you then. So not canceled, just still delayed. Like, all right, we need to get a hotel, start calling all the hotels. Oh, nope, every single hotel within like a 10-mile radius, fully booked. One of our besties, Dustin, was like, no, I am a Marriott Rewards member. They hold rooms for me. I'm gonna get us a room. So being absolutely delusional and unsafe, we were like, yeah, let's just trust this man and get in his car and he'll take us to a hotel and buy us a room. Don't do that. But it did work out for us. We went to a hotel at like 1 a.m. so we could catch like 3 hours of sleep and go back to the airport bright and early. At this point, there will be no more issues. It was a mechanical problem. They fixed it. The pilots just needed to take a break. They needed a rest. So they're going to be here and it is going to be good to go, right? Wrong. Delayed again. And our bags are also like, we don't know. They're in Baltimore. They're with Southwest. We're now on Delta. Like, we don't know where anything is. It's a mess. Finally, we get on that plane and we are about to take off. We sit on the runway for like 2 hours. But honestly, at that point, we were numb. We were like, whatever. Take your time, baby. We're on the plane. You will never believe what happens next. We're so low to the ground that I text my husband from ground Wi-Fi saying, just landed, because the wheels were out. We were about to land. All of a sudden, the nose of the plane, straight up, no bitch. Let me show you a video. This is not a joke, but we are going back up. We were just about to land. What? No, we were about to touch ground. We literally touched the ground, and now we're going back up. We're going back up in the air. We're waiting for them on the internet. We just did circles up there for like 35 minutes, and the guy was like, we're just waiting to land. Like, the universe did not want us to come home. Also, this is what I looked like at this point. We did it, guys. We did it. But before we got off the plane, I started singing, we are family, and everyone just started clapping along because we're truly, like, the bond we created in the airport that night. Kind of special. Kind of the silver lining. But I still don't think I'm going to be getting on a plane anytime soon because I have trauma. This is how dramatic the reunion was with my daughter.